What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. Today we're going to do a little chatty Q&A. I put a question box on my Instagram story yesterday, so today I will be answering all of those questions randomly as I go throughout my day and in no particular order. So without further ado, let's get into it. I feel like this is the perfect question to start with since I am currently out on my daily 3. And to be completely honest, I have no idea what made me choose 3. I think wherever I've lived, 3 miles has just always been like an easy route. I have been walking consistently since I got to college. I walked everywhere in college, but then after I graduated, the daily 3 really became a thing. And yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing it too, because it truly has like changed my life. It's just, movement really is medicine, and it's amazing to see its impact on both like my mental health, my physical health. I love it, and it's something I look forward to doing every single day. And it's very attainable. Like, you're done in under an hour. You just feel good after. Scotty is out here walking with me. I've actually got her on hands-free leash. She is 1 year and 3 months old. For any kind of running or walking, I am always in Nike Zoom Pegasus. And then when it comes to lifting, I either lift in APL Tech Loom Breezes or barefoot. I get this question a lot, and people are always so shocked to find out that I do not have like a daily step goal. Of course, my Garmin has one set for me, but it's rare that I actually hit it, or rare that I consistently hit it. I have my Garmin set the goals like automatically. I don't set them. It sets them based off of like a 7-day average. But I try to just be very intentional. I have to be intentional if I want to get movement and steps in, because I work from home, I work out at home. That's also part of the reason why I do my daily 3, just to ensure that I get some movement in. But it really varies depending on the day. Some days I get 15,000, some days 10,000, some days 18,000. Like, it's never very consistent, because with my job, I guess, no 2 days are ever the same. It also depends on like how much I play with Scotty. Like, it really does vary. So I would say most days I'm over 12K. Okay, I told you mine. Now it is time for my husband's. Buckle up though, because he has more training shoes than anyone I know. Since we have a home gym, if he is just doing like a strength focused lift, he is typically lifting barefoot. He does have Vivo barefoot shoes that he loves too, but he more so just like wears those out and about. But maybe if you're someone who works out at a public gym, you would like those. If he is doing like more of an athletic style lift, then he'll be in Nike Metcons, like if there's like plyometrics, jumping involved. If he is running, he is either in Nike Zoom Pegasus, I don't know the style of New Balances, Ultras, and then if it's more of like a speed run, then Nike Vaporflies. I think those are all the shoes he has, and he has like multiple pair of each. Okay, last one I'll answer out here. I wash my hair every single day. After my workout, every day without fail. I do live in Florida though, so it is extra hot, extra humid. I sweat more than probably people who live up north where it's colder. My hair does not get greasy. I am blessed, but I just cannot go to bed knowing that my head was once sweaty that day. So I wash my hair after my workout every single day. Back inside, done with our walk. My favorite thing about my job is probably helping other people feel like their best, fittest, most confident selves, because that truly is one of the best feelings in the world. And helping others achieve that feeling is so incredibly rewarding. Like, that is why I do what I do. That is why I share all my workouts, all my training programs, recipes, advice, educational info. Like, I want to help as many people as possible feel like their best, fittest, most confident selves, because it is such an amazing feeling. And then I also love like the freedom and flexibility of my job. Since I am my own boss, I dictate my own schedule. On the flip side of that, it kind of makes it so I work 24/7 because I love my job. But when I need to take time off, if we're traveling, if we're doing things, I can, and I don't have to worry about it. And that is also an amazing feeling. I get this question every single day, and no, I do not take any supplements. I used to, like over 2 years ago, I took whey protein, a carbohydrate replenishment powder, reds, greens, magnesium, collagen, like tons of multivitamins, but no, I do not take any supplements anymore. And go right off that, I actually accidentally stopped taking supplements because we renovated our kitchen and I packed everything away, and I realized I didn't feel any worse or really any different not taking them. So I was kind of like, maybe these supplements are useless for me. At that time, when I was taking the supplements, I was also tracking macros, and looking back at my diet, it was just so macro focused and in turn way more processed than it is now, because it's so much easier to track your macros when you can just scan a barcode. So I kind of had a realization that I am preaching health and wellness, yet my diet was just so wrong. So it was at that time when I switched to completely intuitive eating. I started listening to my body and just fueling my body with quality foods, quality nutrients, and whole foods primarily, while still allowing that balance in there. Of course, I still have some processed foods here and there, but it is a complete 180 from how it used to be, and I feel so much better. All right, I love this question because I feel like everyone says that you need to track your macros and calories if you're wanting to cut or bulk. And yeah, sure, you can, but you don't need to. I personally don't track my macros or calories at all. I've been through 2 successful cut phases and a successful bulk phase while not tracking macros, and I can consistently maintain my physique without tracking at all. All that I do if I am cutting or bulking is slightly adjust my portion sizes, or maybe add a snack or take a snack away. You do not have to completely reinvent the wheel if you're trying to cut or bulk. The main adjustments I make are actually to my training. I make sure that my training aligns with the cut or bulk goals that I have. For example, if I'm cutting, I'll add a little bit more low intensity steady state cardio in. If I'm bulking, I won't do additional low intensity steady state cardio. I do very, very slight adjustments, and it works super well. And when it comes to mindset, I am all about like a slow, steady approach, because that is what's going to give you lasting results. So I guess just kind of telling yourself like it's going to take time, but it's going to be worth it because it's going to be lasting, and also just consistently showing up for yourself. I don't really know if these are mindset tips, but things you could think about. I'm about to get into my lift, and I'm actually testing one of the upper body days from my new program. So I may as well give you guys the insider info. You're hearing it here first. The name of the program is Balance. I named it that because it is truly the perfect mix and balance between my 2 favorite training styles, strength training and zone 2 cardio. There are also built-in outdoor walks, and it's just like a very me program, and I am so excited for you guys to get started on it. I am absolutely loving it. It launches on my app March 1st, 12 weeks. And just like all my other programs on my app, it's gonna be launching 1 week at a time, but all of the previous weeks stay up, and the program will always be on my app. And speaking of my app, yes, I do have dumbbell-only programs on there. The programs that I do are the gym-based ones, but for any program where I feel comfortable making a home version too, I do that. Typically the home versions are mainly dumbbell focused. Sometimes they utilize resistance bands, but like for example, Shred at Home is completely dumbbell only, Crunch is completely dumbbell only. But like programs like Build, where the goal is building muscle groups and building a lot of strength, I don't feel comfortable making a home program too, but there's literally something for everyone on my app, and there are plenty of dumbbell only programs on there. Okay, I strangely get this question all the time, and I say strangely because I think it would be weird to do follow along style workouts, because my workouts are so like strength focused, like they're very traditional lifts. On my app, there is a video demo for every single exercise. Whenever you are in your workout and you click on the exercise, it pulls up a video of me doing that exact exercise, and I list out tons of different exercise cues, basically things you should think about while doing that specific lift, but they are not follow along style. Like I'm not doing them with you real time. Since they are lifts, I think it would just be weird sitting in silence during all of the rests. Like traditional strength training workouts involve a lot of rest time between sets, and I just think it'd be strange to sit there in silence or like try to make small talk to myself to the video between sets. Currently walking on the treadmill, so perfect time to answer this. We have a Nordic Track Elite 3700. Highly recommend. I did find it on Facebook Marketplace though. By far my best Facebook Marketplace find, because I looked it up and this treadmill is well over $1,000, and the family sold it to us for 300 bucks and they had never even used it. It goes up to 12 miles per hour and a 15% incline. I'm obsessed with it. I got this question and another question just like it, asking if it's necessary to supplement with ab workouts. I personally do not think it's necessary at all. I personally don't do any supplemental ab or core workouts. I just brace and engage my core through everything that I do. Compound lifts are one of the best exercises you can do for your core because in order to do them properly, like with proper form, you need proper core engagement and you need a strong core. So literally whatever I am doing, walking, lifting, sitting, I am thinking about bracing and engaging my core, pulling belly button towards spine. I don't do anything additional, but I do have a lot of core finishers on my app because they are highly requested. So I test them, I add them. If you want to do them, by all means do them. Okay, I am well aware that everyone is different and everyone feels differently during the different phases of their cycle, but for me personally, I feel no different as long as I'm staying moving, staying active, and I have talked to a few of my friends about this too, and they agree. They're good to go as long as they stay moving, stay active. Like, none of the negative symptoms hang around if they're staying moving and staying active. And then when it comes to choosing weights, when you're feeling weaker, stronger, that is why my rule of thumb for choosing weight is based off of feel. Because there are so many things that can affect how weak or strong you feel, like how much you fueled your body that day, how well you slept the night before. Like, so many factors play into it, hence why I choose weight based on feel. And my rule of thumb is that you should choose a weight where your last 1 to 2 reps of every single set are difficult, slower, harder than your first 1 to 2 reps, but still doable with near perfect form. All right, I don't have experience with this, so my advice probably isn't the most helpful, but I always eat before getting into any workout. I'm the type of person who, like, I wake up hungry, and I just know that my workouts are so much better when I am fueled. So if you're not eating, maybe try incorporating a pre-workout snack or meal before getting into your actual workout. I explain this a little bit more in depth within the nutrition education section on my app, but me personally, I always recommend a calorie deficit of 200 to 300 calories max, just because, like I mentioned earlier, I like slow and steady progress, which brings lasting results. And I have just found that when you kind of increase that calorie deficit a little bit too much to like the 400-500 range, it can almost be a little bit detrimental to that progress. It can maybe cause plateaus or maybe a little bit detrimental to your metabolism and you don't have enough energy to get through your workouts. So that's why I like mainly adjusting the training and then just slightly adjusting the nutrition. And I also recommend no longer than 12 consecutive weeks in a calorie deficit. After 12 weeks, you want to go through a reverse diet, slowly bring those calories back up so that you don't risk harming your metabolism. Yes, it is totally normal and honestly expected to go to bed a little bit hungry when you are in a cut phase because you are purposely giving your body less calories than it's used to consuming, but it shouldn't be anything crazy. Once again, just a very slight calorie deficit, and this is also why it is just a cut phase. It is not something permanent. You are not going to be forever eating in a calorie deficit. That would literally ruin your metabolism. That's why I suggest no longer than 12 consecutive weeks in a consistent cut phase before bringing those calories back up. But yes, it is normal to be a little bit hungry since you are purposely giving your body less than it's used to. Okay, some easy healthy snacks that are like our go-tos in this household. Tropical smoothie, recipe is on my app. Beef sticks. I'm a big fruit snacker. Like, I'll grab an apple, a banana, some pineapple, Greek yogurt, peanut butter and honey toast. Nothing fancy. Yes, I just finished Good Energy last week. I'm a huge fan of Casey and Callie Means. I listen to them on podcasts all the time. Love the book, highly recommend. Also highly recommend the book Outlive by Dr. Peter Attia. Those two books are probably my top 2 favorite like health, fitness, wellness books of all time. If you knew me when I was a gymnast, yes, I have dealt with so many injuries. And when it comes to working out when injured, my number 1 tip is just to prioritize your actual recovery from the injury, because you don't want to do anything that's going to harm you more or like slow down that recovery process. So like, recovery is always my number 1 priority, and then just moving my body in ways that I can safely until I'm like cleared and fully healed, because it's just like a short period of time when you think about it, and once you're healed, you can get right back to what you were doing safely. All right, my biggest tip when it comes to this would be to plan out your days to the hour. I'm talking like 4 to 5 a.m. we're doing this, 5 to 6 a.m. we're doing this. And it's okay if you don't stick to it to a T, but at least you have that like structure and that outline for your day. And I don't mean to sound cliche, but we truly do all have the same 24 hours in a day. Yes, some people have way more commitments than others, but planning it out by the hour really helps you see how much time you truly have. And I don't have experience with like a proper 9 to 5 job, but my senior year of college, I was a full-time student athlete, full class load, practice every single day, strength and conditioning every day, and I was working 2 part-time jobs. And this is when I started implementing this into my life. I still do it to this day. I literally plan out every single hour of my day, and I feel like it makes me so much more productive. But yeah, back in college, I would wake up at like 4, head to the gym, train clients all morning, then go to a full day of classes, then practice strength and conditioning, back to the gym to train clients. Okay, last question, and I love this because I don't think I've ever been asked this. As you guys know, I have like a very structured, consistent morning routine. It's just habitual at this point. I love my morning routine so much, but when it comes to my nighttime routine, I really don't have like a routine set in stone. I'm a very low maintenance girl. If I had to put it into words, I would say that we have dinner, I shower, dessert always, usually like chill on the couch, watch TV, watch a movie, take Scotty out before bed, make sure that her food and water bowls are clean for the next morning, make sure there's no dishes in the sink, start the dishwasher if we have to, get in bed. We have a Hatch alarm clock, and like our nighttime Hatch routine is 20 minutes of red light, and then the red light dims for the next 15 minutes and there's like rain sounds, and then the red light turns off after that and it's just like 20 minutes of rain, and by that time we're asleep. All right, I know that was the most random Q&A ever, but I like filming random videos like this where I answer random one-off questions. It's also nice to get some like new ones in the mix. I feel like a lot of times when I put up question boxes, I get a lot of the same questions over and over again. So this was a fun little mix, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment them down below. I will get back to you. I will answer literally anything, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.